You know who this guy is,
And
right?
for undocumented workers,
And who is this
we
guy?
march
It's a young Vladimir Ильич
in the
Lenin.
name
А,
of Trevor
вы говорите
Martin.
по-русски?
Да.
Okay,
We march
and
in the name of
you're from
Ramon
Russia?
Brown,
Да.
And you think that
working,
this is the guy who is a good guy?
criminalized
I think so.
against
How
our
so?
oppressive
I mean, you coming from
system.
Russia?
We
You think
here
that this
in
guy
the
is a
Fed,
good... I mean, the guy
working,
killed millions of
whether
people,
you're
didn't
in
he?
a
I
union,
understand it.
And you're okay with
trying
that?
to get into a union, documented or
Are you recording me?
undocumented.
Let me see.
Workers united
Yeah, it is
everywhere.
recording.
Okay, good. So I think that
Everywhere.
history will judge.
We will
History will
march.
judge.
How old were you when
will stand
you
up.
came here to the States?
We will have one cause of justice for the working class.
27?
That's us, the 99%.
27.
Let's get ready.
Yeah, I grew up in
It's
Soviet Union.
Mayday!
And you have no problem with the system in the Soviet Union?
Oh, there is nothing is perfect in this world. I understand it.
So you think that the totalitarian state that we had over there is better than the capitalist system that we have here?
I think that altruism should be over egoism. Labor should be over capital, and meaning should be over the oblivion.
Yeah, but you remember in USSR, people had no rights. I mean, if you were doing the same thing in USSR in the Red Square, you would have ended up in Gulag. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course, I know, yes.
So then what's your point of being here? Promoting the system that failed in USSR that resulted in millions of people killed? I'm little
It's
confused.
here to promote labor over capital, to promote altruism over egoism.
So will it work for free?
Say again?
Will it work for free?
Will I work for free?
Yeah.
People should be socialists. They should socialize and work for others.
Do you work for others?
I do work for others.
What do you do?
I'm a professional. I'm IT professional.
Do you work for free?
No, I don't work for free in the system. The system does not allow you to work for free.
In the Soviet Union, you couldn't work. You were not paid any money anyway. In the Soviet Union, you were a slave to the states, weren't you?
It's a neoliberal agenda. I'm pretty aware of it, yes. I understand it, yes. Again, labor over capital, altruism over egoism, and meaning over oblivion.
Thank you. Gracias, everybody.
You cannot derive a meaning of life out of
Today
egoism.
is May Day.
Okay, let's be more specific. We're not talking about the ideals. There's the reality. The reality of capitalism, it works. People prosper, people have good standard of living, right?
Not everybody.
In USSR, not everybody, but the majority. Nobody goes
Majority?
Yeah, in the United States
5%
specifically.
majority? 1% majority?
Well, 99% live pretty well in the United
We have a
States.
different numbers, man.
Okay, listen, I came from the same part of the world that you did.
I understand that.
Okay, so you're still promoting the system that killed 15 million of its own citizens?
That's a day.
And that was the USSR. And this guy, Lenin, he set up the
So
system.
does it mean that you blame an old church for what they've done in Middle Ages?
Blame who?
Church. No, for example, Paul. Do you blame Catholic system because what they've done in Middle Ages?
For corporate businessmen right down there on Wall Street.
Are you able to separate the idea and reality? And that idea is supposed to try to implement itself?
So we are talking about the system of the 20th century, which Lenin used to call socialism or communism. He was on the way of communism. Remember when he started, he initiated the Red Terror. That's how the whole thing started, with the Red Terror. He was signing death warrants to hundreds of thousands of people, innocent people, and that's the key word, totally innocent people. The system never worked.
We all are innocent. We pay taxes, we're all innocent, we're good people. But somebody dropped, bombs are dropped, backed up oligarchic governments, and there is a lot of things. And statistics tell that because of reforms after collapse of Soviet Union, we lost more people in whole Soviet Union than under Stalin's repression.
How many people did Stalin kill?
There is a statistics.
How many people did he kill specifically?
There is a statistics by the memorial, Pamять. So they say that there was this case of the Stalin in 1939-38. It was a
must be repaid for.
1 million plus
Indigenous lands
1
have
million
never been
plus
returned.
at 1939. It was a spike of repressions.
Because the U.S.
Out
still
of them was
Hawaii
300,000
and my homeland
executed.
of Puerto
Yes.
Rico.
During
So that's still a colony
first
in the
few
US.
years from 91
Because 300
to
years of free
2000,
labor of black people
in the spike of collapse of the
100 plus
system
years
in
of
95,
sharecropping
the death rate was over a million people per year in Russia.
I'm talking
Because
about
of the, and I'm talking about just the
reparations.
delta
It's not a
of the
It's not a sorry for
drinking,
colonialism, nor is it a sorry
man
for
age
slavery.
between 30 and
It's not a sorry
40
for genocide
and
either.
other things. So
It's
this is
more
kind
of
of
a thank
delta.
you.
It's not a natural
you
cause of death.
For
So
building our
there is,
civilization.
Russia
Because
still
the
is losing
oppressed peoples of
about
Asia,
a million people
Africa, and
per
Latin
year
America,
still.
quite
Because of
built
repressive system?
Western civilization.
Because of we have such a
We
good
reap virtually
system.
none of the benefits, don't we?
And I don't consider Russian government
We
to
gotta
be
put
something
national
independent
liberation on the
government.
agenda
So
for
that's
the
why.
oppressed nations.
So
inside
what they're
American
saying is
borders.
that
Today is
Stalin, first of all,
International Workers'
only
Day.
killed a million innocent people,
Labor
and they're okay with
a
that.
white
No.
skin
No,
cannot
I'm not
emancipate
okay
itself.
with it.
Where
Okay,
labor with
but that's the
black
I'm
system
talking about
that has
Karl Marx.
existed all this time from 1917, didn't it?
I'm talking about
Subjugated third world people
the
in
fact
general, but
that
black people in particular
we
are
tried to
profiting.
implement
Black people
certain
have been
system.
big business
It was a
since
system
slavery.
about altruism.
And today the prison
Really?
Yes,
How so? It was the system of altruism?
The labor
You
over
mean,
capital.
you mean, really? You mean when people would be picked up in the middle of the night, true communists, by the way, like Tukhachevsky, he was a true communist, like Boharin. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. The true believers in the communist
I
system.
work in corporative system, and I know that any system, any corporation is very advanced system that it really cleans up people and so on. It's just how system works.
So are you equating communism, totalitarian regime with a capitalist system here?
I'm telling you that
Are you
the
saying that
labor
it's the
should-
same thing?
I'm
I mean, don't give me these freaking labels. I mean, I studied scientific communism. They tried to brainwash me. They failed, thank
and
God.
right now you're trying to
Because-
brainwash me.
No, I'm just asking you simple questions.
And I'm telling
look,
you that-
look, you're here with this idiot, the biggest killer the world has ever known.
No.
And I would expect you who should know better. What
I know
system
better, and I'm proud of my country.
So you're proud of the country that killed 50 million people. You're proud of that? You're proud of that system?
This
You want the
country
same
won
system
war.
to
This
be... The
country-
Soviet Union started Second World War. You know that, right?
If there would be no Soviet Union, all Russia would be like on the level of India or Mexico right now.
Well, it is on the same level today.
Yes,
It's no different. It's even worse than that. Because at least in India and Mexico, if you don't like life in Mexico, you don't like life in India, you can leave. In the Soviet Union, if you try to leave, you'll get the bullet in the back of your head. And you remember that, right?
It's a propaganda.
Really? So people who tried to get from East Berlin to West Berlin, they were never killed. You could easily leave USSR, apply for a visa, and just go. Anyone, any Soviet citizen were allowed to do that.
No, I left the country in 97.
I am talking about the country before 1991 or 1988, more or less.
So
That
that's
was-
why I'm saying I'm proud that I'm from this country,
Lies in CUNY, it lies in
and
education.
I don't
Because
square in meaning of life in a
is
sausage.
the only way to liberate ourselves. But our goal is to change
Okay,
it.
well.
Clear, yeah.
Okay, well, good luck.
Of course, yes, I know. Good
All right.
luck, yes.
So you want to end the capitalism, like
No,
this
actually, I would
this
say,
banner?
I would say more that I'm not only end capitalism. I'm waiting for Messiah.
Financiers.
Messiah.
Yes, I'm waiting for Messiah.
And what does your sign say?
Let us say,
It's not my sign.
let us
but it's
resist.
It's not your sign.
It's socialism, yes.
Uh-huh.
It's a free education, free healthcare, because we must pull out and help people, each other.
Down
Okay.
the beautiful
All right, well, good luck.
May the student